we're happy to have you here. Now, we're going to now cast this game between Mahya and Spring, and we've watched a couple games between Mahya today and Lonely Paladin, but we're going to now watch Spring and Mahya, and I think both these players are very similar in styles. This is going to be really fun to watch. Now, in the green, no one said anything about team colors last time. I can put team colors on. If you said something last time, I probably just didn't read it. I'm just going to be honest. I probably didn't read it. My bad. But if you want team colors, we can do that. Let me know in the next couple minutes. In the green is Mahya, and we're going to take a look at his map. I'm just taking a quick scan, and it's an interesting map. His gold's on the right-hand side here. There's not too many hills out in the front. There is a small hill here, which actually will give a hill advantage to any units. Why is Mahya saying OMG? I'm not sure. Maybe it's something with his map. But either way, this gold could be locked down, I think, if you build buildings in front of this. Maybe later in the game you could easily wall this as well. Who knows? But that's going to be quite a hard thing to do in the early game. Now, this woodline on the back is what he's really going to be using. It's much safer. You could even afford to put 2 lumber camps on this because there's a lot of wood there. Makilla Gorilla asked if everybody plays Huns. That's completely not the case. However, if you're just watching random expert games and people who, of course, sit down at their computer and say, hey, let's play some games, most people prefer to play Huns. I don't know if you saw last game, but last game you saw an all-in from Mahya, and actually didn't work out for him, but there's a lot of versatility with Huns in every age, and that's why players like to play Huns. It's a lot quicker, it's a lot more fast-paced, and that's what most players practice with before a tournament, and unless they're practicing for a specific civ, and this is what people prefer. Now, I'm going to go over to Spring's map now. His woodline's on the left-hand side. The issue with this woodline, oh gosh, has he scouted the boars? Well, this is another really, really bad map generation with the boars. Springs had to get loom there to get this boar, but he doesn't see this one. Oh, he might just have spotted it there, which is good. But still, that's really unfortunate. If you look at the other side, the boar's already going underneath the TC for Mahya, and Spring is not even close to bringing it in. That's a bit of a disadvantage there for Spring. But what I was going to say about this woodline is that archers could easily fire behind this, and I don't think this is going to be a woodline he's going to be able to use for too long if he does not have much army on the map, if he loses some fights in the feudal age. Now, he does have a woodline on the right-hand side, and maybe just because of how thick it is, I would have preferred to use this one. Maybe he didn't do that because he didn't scout it, or maybe this large hill, which of course can cause some issues. But those are his 2 woodlines, and that's pretty much all he has, and I guess they're all on slight hills in some areas. Now, Spring's gold is above his TC here. I quite like the placement of this. Because of this woodline here in the cliffs, he could do a little bit of walling here, or even if he didn't want to do any walling at all, build his barracks here, his stable here. And that's going to free him up a lot of space to be able to... Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Spring's having some issues with this boar. Use the scout. There you go. That should give him enough time. Or give her enough time to get it back. But yeah, that gold should be fine. He does have a gold on the right-hand side, and that's it. My introductories are a little bit too thorough now, I think, since I've come back. I kind of forget what I should be focusing on half the time and how to make it concise. But certainly Spring having a rough time, I think, with his boars, and that could really slow down his time. We will, of course, see the times when they click up, so we'll have to assess then. Now, Mahya, he is known for going with the barracks, going 3 spears and 1 range in the feudal age. I'm interested to see if he will do that. I really like that play. Actually, Mahya not seeing these. Look at that. Look at that. Those sheep are like ninja sheep. They're just hiding there in the fog of war. Either way, I don't think anyone's going to find them or be able to use them for now. Mahya probably assumes that Spring stole them. So going up on 19 vills is Mahya, so wow, that's a really low vill count to go up on. You're losing a lot of eco if you don't have those extra couple villagers there. But Spring is going up on 20, potentially, he's going to be at 21 when he clicks up, I reckon. And not to mention, those boars were really difficult for him, so I have to think maybe that did slow him down a little bit. So now I'm really interested to see what Maya's going to do, just because Maya's kind of been the aggressor with the build orders and has gone up really early. This chick is going to build a barracks, and this is really important. If you are a newer player, just build your buildings in front of your crucial resources. And here, building this barracks here is really going to actually help an awful lot. It'll give him a little bit of line of sight, and also if he does build, you know, additional buildings later on, he could almost make a bit of a wall. His spring is clicked up like 80 seconds behind Mahya here, and I think Maya's going to be able to do a good job actually on 19 vills. Look at the resources Mahya has. Going to be around 300 wood when he hits the next stage, and a lot of food there as well. I would prefer to go for scouts, but I mean, this guy's just been doing some interesting things, and there it is. There's the archery range, and this gets me excited, man. Gets me really, really excited. Gosh, I love this guy. I love when players, I mean, people talk about there being no variety in certain ways in this game, especially in Hun Wars. People are like, oh, another Hun War. I love every aspect of the game. Like, there's a lot of variety in a lot of different ways, but this is different. This is different. He's going for 2 spears for now. He's going to send an archer, and that archer is basically going to cancel out any of the spears that would be there, of course, from Spring. And then the spears are going to cancel out the scouts as well. And if he does mass a couple skirms and a couple more spears, you could actually harass these villagers as well. This play from Mahya essentially makes Spring's attack useless if he uses it correctly. And there come his 2 spears now. Spring is chasing this scout, and Mahya's going to just do a little ring around the rosy here and try and get some free hits with his spears, but it's actually not working out for him just yet. So Spring hit the feudal age recently. He hasn't been there too long, and still this spear is doing the ring around the rosy, as I said, and the archer is going to be able to clean that up, but I don't think Mahya is going to really be concerned, and Spring knows this is a problem. He's going to go for a tower. I don't know about that. I mean, he doesn't really have the resources here, actually, to make spears and to make scouts. That archer is actually going to deal a lot of damage to these spears, and Spring knows that he's going for the archer there for a second. It didn't really do anything. He's lost 1 spear. He's going to lose 2 here, I think, but he will get the tower up, which is really good. Yeah, Pyro, you're right. He does go for the same strat all the time, but I think when I say variety, I don't mean for him. I mean specifically for AOC. And as you can see, this archer has like a great kill-death ratio right now. It's insane. Spring putting this tower up probably a little bit too early in my opinion. There's only spears and archers, but that's going to really help him, and that's a decent placement, I think, for later in the game. He's put a little bit of walling down here. And if he protects his wood line, he should be okay for now as he's continuing to make scouts. Now, back on this side, Mahya, who again has done this before, is putting up a tower before any units even come over to his base. And then that mining camp's going to be built immediately after. And then he's going to be able to make archers. Is he going to go for 2 ranges? Possibly. But I don't foresee that happening now. He's actually cutting a little bit of resources. Maybe he will build it, but either way, he's sending these skirms, which is kind of what I expected. He could, of course, go for the blacksmith as well. And there is the blacksmith. So he's going for the blacksmith to get some upgrades. But I think Mahya does need to be careful. Spring is going for his own archer range, and he has a lot of scouts here. So these scouts, they come back to the wood lines. Maybe they could cause some problems. These lumberjacks, even getting underneath this tower would be a big deal. Kill some gold miners. The army from Mahya really is not composed of all that much that can kill villagers. There's 1 hero archer that's still there, but who knows? So, with this tower, Mahya's actually seen that these scouts are here from Spring. He sent spears over, and Mahya is well known for utilizing spears. And he has 3 sitting on the wood line as well. This is actually a really good thing if you're, I'm not saying Mahya is, but I'm saying if you're a newer player and you find that you're just losing fights too easily, or you're losing to raids too easily. Oh, Spring, what are you doing? Oh, and he can't even flee this way because of the spears. He's just run right underneath the TC. And Mahya, in fact, didn't have a garrison the whole time. I was going to say that the heavy on spears approach is actually not a bad thing if you're not losing eco. Speaking of eco, Mahya's little band of skirmishers and spears and that one archer is ventured around here and actually stopped a couple farms for Spring. But it looks like Spring now is making his own archers and skirmishers, and he's brought his scouts back. And he has done the whole building wall, which is what I've kind of spoke about a couple times. And it is really effective. So at this point, both players have completed wheelbarrow. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but that has certainly been the case. And with wheelbarrow, of course, the economy is going to be more effective. And Spring actually is climbing near 600 food at this point. So he's going to be nearer and nearer to 800, and then he could maybe click up to the next age. I'm not seeing a ton of aggression from Mahya at this point, so I think Mahya is going to kind of be doing a similar thing here. And if you look at the resources, this is really darn close. Really darn close. And the military numbers, well, Maya's in the lead, but Mahya just has a couple skirms and spears. They aren't going to really do that much. I like what Spring's doing here. If you can put one more range, this is going to be a really nice wall for him. One thing that's going to suck is that if he tries to, like, select... Here, for example, I'll show you. If he tries to select his archery ranges here, and then set, like, a gather point like this, this range sometimes could be problematic. As you see this archer running around this way, the same thing could happen even if the garrison's here, just because of the angles. And if he has an archer range here, the archer's going to have to run all the way around, so he has to be careful of that. Hopefully I explained that correctly. It's really a lot simpler than how I explained that. And Spring's going to stonewall this wood line, and that's, I mean, I guess it's a really good idea if you look at his wood line really being exposed. Both players on the way to the castle age, and Mahya is about 30 seconds ahead. He's going to try and just really keep this wood line safe, but I don't really get the stone walls here and then the palisade walls here. I mean, he has enough stone to maybe just wall that off. Well, let's look at the army compositions now. And, oh, I just missed it. Look at this. We have a lot of skirms, and we have archers here as well for Mahya. Probably going to go into elite skirm. I mean, that's a lot of extra skirmishers there. And also, we'll probably see crossbow as well. That's going to be really, really nice. Going to click up with a lot of wood as well, so you can definitely go for the early university. Definitely can get another TC out. It's all down to how Mahya really wants to do it with these resources. It's just looking great. And Mahya, unable to run this way because of the ranges, so going to have to go around. And scouts from Spring just going to try and pick off some vills. I didn't see any vills go down. As the TC goes up from Mahya, I think Mahya is definitely, yeah, on stone, so we can get another TC. And see how these units do, because Spring is just hit. I'll go to Spring's point of view right now. He's getting his researches in, and he just needs to wait a little bit more here. It's still going to be hard for him. He doesn't have elite skirmisher coming in, so he has crossbow, but he has standard skirmishers. It's still going to be somewhat difficult, but oh, there we go. He's just clicked the elite skirmisher upgrade, which is really, really wise after seeing Mahya there had a lot of skirms of his own. Now remember, Spring has the home field advantage. He might be able to defend this, but he doesn't have the hill, which would be a big issue. Any chance of getting community games today? Possibly. I'm not sure. I was really planning on doing some casting of some classic games, so honestly, I think I'm going to just plan on doing that, but who knows? I don't know how many people we're going to have and what people are going to be up for, but I am going to have to definitely set up a schedule for more community games, which was hard for me to do this week. Now, Bloodlines is coming in for Spring. That's for his Cav Archers, which he will be making, I assume. There you go. And he's actually not doing too bad with his skirms here, even though he's not really controlling them. They're just like kind of attacking, and he's looking away. He killed a lot of units, and actually, considering there's crossbows in there, Maya's going to go back. And now Spring is running forward towards the buildings of Mahya. Just look at Maya's buildings. This is really weird. Nothing is in front of his main gold. And Spring did that. I thought it was going to be wise for Spring, but Spring could be trapped for a moment if more units come in from Mahya. But actually, no. It's the other way around. Maya's going to be trapped because these skirmishers are still trailing. Spring's doing a good job of actually running away from this tower as well. And These skirms are probably going to be picked off if they stay here. But there's the Mangonel from Mahya, and Spring needs to be careful. The first shot was dodged. First shot was missed, more than anything. But Spring still needs to definitely keep an eye on these units. He's actually receiving a lot of hits from this tower. I believe that Mahya has completed, yeah, ballistics now. Makes sense, because the tower's not missing. The back on this side, I think Spring's relatively safe, because he has these walls up on his wood line. But I'm looking at his TC situation, and he has yet to collect the stone to get another TC, so he's still on 1 TC. Which means he's going to have to do a lot of extra damage with these cav archers and crossbows and skirmishers and whatever else. It's going to be really rough for him. Even if he kills a couple villagers, Mahya's going to be on 3 TCs, and he can just continue to reproduce, and right now Spring's about 10 vills behind. Oh, that was very kind. Very, very kind of Spring to let this 3 HP skirmisher survive. Just like, okay, you're weak. I don't want to be that guy. Oh, maybe he does want to be that guy. He's killed it. It looks like oh my gosh, that should not have happened. Oh, and then the wolf just killed that cav archer. Woo, 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 woo. There we go. That was amazing. I don't know if you remember, if you saw this wolf running in. I did, but I said I wouldn't do the woo, woo, woos unless the wolf killed a unit. But, wow, teamwork between Mahya's Mangonel and the wolf there to kill that cav archer. And Spring is running underneath the tower now still. He's losing these units, and the Mangonel is actually, could be a pretty good defense. Oh gosh, but the villagers are actually running out to the top side here for this gold, and there's really nothing here to actually attack these remaining cav archers. He's lost a lot of villagers here, Mahya, as the Mangonels are coming in to save him. It's a real messy thing to do. Go for this many Mangonels. They're so darn slow in comparison to cav archers. As Spring is coming back here, there's another wolf attacking these skirms and crossbows, but no, the Mangonel shot. Oh my gosh, that was huge. That's killed like half the army, and there could be another Mangonel shot as well, but Mahya's killing the wolf. The wolf is on your team. Did you not see before when he helped you out with that cav archer? Maybe Gaia will just turn against Mahya now. I don't know, but that was really, really good there for Mahya with that Mangonel shot, and he's actually back here with his own cav archers. But still, with the way the buildings are set up for Spring, he should be okay. It looks like I maybe missed a vill or 2 there on the stone, but look at the vill count now. Still actually 7 or 8 in it, which is quite surprising. And another wolf! Another wolf! Kill it! Kill it! Do it! No, the wrong one! You're going for the wrong one! But the skirms have minimum range! How many skirms can you kill, Mr. Wolf? Get what? Get 2. Get 2. Oh gosh. No! Mahya! Why are you killing the wolves? Oh man, but man, the woo-woo-woos are real tonight, man. The woo-woo-woos are so on point. Holy crap. That is incredible. It's like 4 kills to wolves at this point. I mean, man, but Mahya just has no respect for nature, obviously. But he's in a great spot. Look at this. We have a farm TC going up. He has a lot of extra villagers already, and he's finally making some cav archers of his own. Spring is actually at 99 stone right now. Are you serious? Thank you for pointing that out. Let's improve. He's at 99 stone. I've been focusing on like the fights and everything, and I don't know what in the world this is. I assume it's just, yeah, just for a little bit of line of sight for any units that might come in. But Spring only having 99 stone after losing those 2 vills means he still does not have another TC up. Wow, at 32 minutes in the game. And yeah, another wolf. Man, the wolves are just everywhere tonight. And oh gosh. Oh gosh. It's a photo finish. Get it, Mr. Wolf. Woo 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 woo. It's 1 HP. Yeah, that's right. Oh, this is unreal. I've never seen wolves kill so many units. I mean, maybe I'm just hyped tonight, but wow, that was funny. Leaving that wolf on 1 HP, but this is going to be a good fight for Mahya here, who has skirms and a lot of cav archers. Mahya's just now getting bloodlines. Didn't have that for that fight, but looks like Spring's actually around here with his own cav archers and light cav. He's going to, might just actually be missing ballistics as he doesn't kill any units there. Wow, that was really, really unfortunate for Spring, as he's definitely going to need to run back as the units are retreating and Mahya is going to chase him down for sure, and we know Mahya does have ballistics. But Spring's on the right-hand side. Spring is running into TCs everywhere he goes, though. These TCs for Mahya, I don't know if he's producing out of every one, but they're certainly doing a good job at killing Spring's army, that's for sure. And speaking of which, Spring's going to need to be careful to fight these skirmishers and these mangonels as he tries to get close, but he's getting close to skirmishers, and still there's a TC there, and cav archers, and that was a mess. And these units are going to be, well, actually, maybe not trapped, because it seems that some of the army has run to the right-hand side. But there you go, Mahya's going to come in, and this could be really good. Spring is being persistent with the raids as he's 25 vills down, but it's not working out for him. These villagers are going to run away, I think, successfully here, and that should be a nice fight there for Mahya. Well done. Now, I'm going to take a look at Spring's eco situation. Yeah, it's not good. He's still on 1 TC, and I'm not sure where the stone went, but still on 1 TC. He's building, okay, there we go. He's actually building the 2nd TC now, but he does not have it up just yet. So he's been on 1 TC for almost 36 minutes. Hey, you guys are definitely making a big deal out of the TCs, and that's something you should be doing. Mahya's going to have so many more villagers to be able to get some researches in, and so we're looking at 30 more at this point, over 30 more. And Spring's kind of doing his all-in style, where he goes 2 stables, archer ranges. He's already got chain barding, so he's sending out the light cav. But I just don't know. That is a lot of cav archers there for Mahya. He has like almost 50 military, and it's mainly cav archers. A little bit of some skirms and mangonels. I'm just wondering why Mahya doesn't do a little bit of walling here, or maybe even an outpost to get some line of sight, because obviously Spring seems to want to go around this side and use his hill advantage. I will pay attention. I think Spring's going to be able to get a 3rd TC though, guys, and we do have this one girl on stone, and it could happen, but he almost needs to commit to attacking now. It would be a silly thing to put some resources into TCs when he's like 41 vills behind. And saying that, he's going to go underneath this TC, but what's his plan? What are you accomplishing here? I mean, you're just idling like, what, 10, 15 villagers, and you're like 40 behind. So he's going to run in here. The light cav could maybe be a really nice meat shield. He has a slight hill if he uses it. Knights are actually coming out now from Mahya as well, who has gone for a couple stables and going into the production of +2 knights with bloodlines. Much better than light cav. And Spring can't really retreat without running through the TC as well. And this is a big fight. The knights are there, and I honestly think with the hill even, Spring's going to lose. I think he's going to lose this fight. The knights are just too strong. They're soaking up a lot of arrow fire, even though they're not killing that many units. And Mahya's going to attack with vills as well. Yeah, Spring is in a rough spot. I would be really surprised if we see a comeback here. And there's the GG from Spring. I'm just gonna say this, like, this wasn't an outstanding game. So if you're watching this on YouTube or even Twitch, I apologize for the lack of quality this game presented, but I'm gonna upload it to YouTube anyway, just because there were like 5 wolves who killed units this game, and the woo-woo-woos were real. So when I do get emotes someday, I'm probably gonna have one that is for those moments. That's going to be like a wolf or something, but man, that was funny. But let's take a quick look at the achievements, and this will kind of show us the what eco means. And we have 122 units killed from Mahya, but more importantly, I think if you look at the eco stats, that's just actually not as surprising. I actually thought it'd be a lot more, but still, Mahya leading in every category.